Before we dive into the world of Agatha All Along, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button to stay up to date on all the latest Marvel news and updates. Um, um, as a longtime Marvel enthusiast, I have to ask, what's the most shocking twist you've ever seen in a Marvel show or movie? Um, for me, it's got to be the reveal that Rio Vidal, played by Aubrey Plaza, is actually the embodiment of Death from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Um, uh, in episode 7 of Agatha All Along, titled Death's Hand in Mine, uh, we finally get confirmation that Rio is indeed Death. And, this twist has been hinted at since the series premiere, with Agatha warning that draining Rio's powers could be fatal. And in the 5th episode, Rio chuckling when the Ouija board mentioned that they were speaking to Death.
And there's another mention to point out to
many viewers were taken aback by this revelation, as Death is a significant character in Marvel Comics. Death as a concept has existed since the beginning of time, but the personification of Death in Marvel Comics, often called Lady Death or Mistress Death, debuted in Captain Marvel number 26 in June 1973 and was created by Mike Friedrich and Jim Starlin by a 1979 that was part of the Tiny Marvel. Her presence in the MCU is now interesting, as the character is commonly associated with Thanos. And in the MCU, Thanos was motivated to wipe out half of all life in the universe to bring balance to the cosmos. And in his mind, save the universe from destruction. And you, destruction, Rever, even with you. His comic book counterpart wiped out half of his life to impress Death, with whom Thanos was in love, yet Death never shared these feelings for him. Yes, the comic book, Thanos was a simp for Death. Despite Thanos no longer being the central figure, Death's influence might significantly shape the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This could potentially impact characters like Agatha Harkness, Deadpool, and Doctor Doom in substantial ways. As a fan following the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I must say that Agatha All Along was indeed the first time we saw Death physically manifest on screen in the MCU. However, hints and allusions to this character have been subtly woven into the franchise long before this. For instance, depictions of Death reminiscent of her Marvel Comics persona can be spotted on temple walls when Star-Lord discovers the Power Stone in Guardians of the Galaxy. Moreover, a statue of her was unveiled during the climax of Love and Thunder, Thor, Love and Thunder. Thus, even though Death has long been an abstract concept, she has now officially made her debut in the MCU. From a passionate cinephile's perspective, it's fascinating to observe how Death, a universal concept, has been portrayed within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Unlike their comic book counterparts, who often return from the dead, the MCU maintains a strict rule: when a character dies, they don't come back. Tony Stark, Black Widow, Loki, Gamora, T'Challa, Yondu, and Quicksilver are all characters who met their end and have remained deceased. The only exception is when a character from another universe crosses over, but this isn't a resurrection in the traditional sense. As illustrated in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume or Vol, number 3, the new Gamora is not the same as the one who perished in Avengers Infinity War. Until now, that death has been an immutable part of the MCU, but it seems that this rule might be challenged in the future. The scene in WandaVision where Tommy Maximoff suggests that Wanda can undo death after Sparky's demise leaves audiences intrigued, especially considering Agatha Harkness's reaction indicates her surprise. Now that we know about the romantic past between Agatha and Death, this scene seems to foreshadow the full potential of Scarlet Witch's abilities. It appears that the storyline of Agatha all along will culminate in a dramatic confrontation between Agatha Harkness and her ex-lover, Rio Death. The series may conclude with Agatha Harkness making the ultimate sacrifice to protect Billy Maximoff, which aligns thematically as she sacrifices herself for the son of her longtime enemy, the Scarlet Witch. And this act could also be seen as a form of redemption, considering Billy could serve as a substitute for the child she lost. Given Agatha's romantic past with Death, their reunion could symbolize a bittersweet ending, allowing them to depart together into the sunset. The selection of Aubrey Plaza to portray Death has been widely praised by fans and is undoubtedly an excellent choice. And as a movie enthusiast, let me express that it would be a regrettable omission not to witness more of her on-screen exploits again. Marvel Studios' knack for storytelling suggests they'll find ways to reintroduce her, given the versatility she brings to various Marvel Cinematic Universe narratives, from cosmic tales to supernatural adventures to multiverse explorations. But even from process, they do have dogs in the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe, Avengers films like Doomsday and Secret Wars. Death could have a significant role to play. The multiverse collisions depicted in Jonathan Hickman's Time Runs Out storyline might lead to Death being extremely active due to numerous lives being lost. A well-known quote from Hickman's New Avengers and Secret Wars run is "Everything dies," echoing the sentiment expressed in Agatha all along. All roads lead to me. This suggests that Death could be central to Avengers Secret Wars, as it marks the end of the MCU's multiverse saga and may signal the end of the current MCU before a soft reboot. In essence, Death might effectively kill off the MCU only for it to potentially be reborn, completing the narrative circle with the powers of the Scarlet Witch. In a similar vein, Death in the MCU can be compared to the character Adam Warlock, as both have significant ties to Thanos. Now that Thanos has been defeated, the Marvel Cinematic Universe offers an opportunity to develop these characters further. Much like how James Gunn skillfully set up Adam Warlock for expansion beyond Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Agatha all along. This demonstrates the power of adaptation. Thanos didn't rely on Death as his driving force to be an intriguing character, and it's interesting that the comics never portrayed them as former lovers like Agatha Harkness. In the MCU,
This unique twist adds depth to both characters. Fingers crossed for Aubrey Plaza's death to interact with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, Robert Downey Jr., Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, and potentially others on screen someday. By the way, don't forget to catch Agatha All Along on Disney Plus. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.